expectations. Maybe I need to be rescued.
And that's it. So I was thinking, I was watching it, and I was in pain from watching this. And I was thinking, I'm stupid. He's stupider for doing such a thing. And I get nothing out of it. And poor Bug, forced labor, maybe he was a pacifist even.
Oh my God.
It's horrible. It's exploitation. I feel for the Bug.
I know how he feels. I'm exploited often. But that's the way it goes. I expect it. I'm used to it. I've learned to lower my expectations a lot. But I tell my girlfriend, I say, when she's kind of getting mad at me, I just say, I try to stop in her tracks, and I say, just be happy you're not me. That doesn't help at all, but I try it, and, that doesn't really work. But she says I'm smart and dumb at the same time, and I said, what does that mean? I don't know what that means. She's like, exactly. And then she went on to explain it a little bit. It's like, you come up with really good ideas. She said, well, almost really good ideas. But then they fall apart. And she's like, that time when he was back in Boston, I'm from Boston, and my car was having electrical problems, and the high beams wouldn't go off. They just stayed on. And you can't drive with, people who get mad at you, want to kill you. And so I thought of a really good idea. I took duct tape and put it halfway on the lights so they wouldn't go in people's eyes. Now, I thought that was a brilliant idea, up until I got pulled over, and then it wasn't a good idea anymore. In fact, the cop thought it was the dumbest thing he's ever seen. He was so upset with what I did. He said, I never want to see your car ever again in this condition. Leave it here. I'm so close, he said, to impound your car. And I don't want to ever see it. He was getting really angry. He's like, right now, leave your car, come back tomorrow morning. I don't know how, but you can't drive it. Get your girlfriend to come, and you can tell her how much you are for doing this. And if there was like an extra, fine for being a complete idiot, you would get it. All day. I don't expect anything better. But just happy you're not me. I think that'll cheer up anybody. So, I don't wish it on anybody. No way, really. But it goes on, and it goes on, and it goes on. And I appreciate y'all hearing me out, because at least someone does.
Yes! Where can we find you?
You can find me at lee.shorts.585 forward and backwards .1234. And if you find that's amazing, because most can't find.
I don't think you want a big fan. Give it a little late. That's a very calming cover you have there. So this is the first night that we have this comedy duo that's coming up here. They haven't figured it out. Can you try it? Hey, don't sound like the president. Want to try it? We're going to do it. Hell yeah. Come on. Abby and Art. What name are you going under? Abby and Art. Let's do this. All right. Yes.
I immediately saw that I immediately came and remembered there was one microphone, and one thing about us is that project, and whenever we're together, we look like a clown duo of sorts. Like we go to In-N-Out together, and like
We were just saying earlier.
people get really concerned.
It's like an occasion in some way, you know? Is this what we're doing?
I decided I'm going to control the microphone and put it in front of your mouth when you start speaking.
I'm excited. Let's do this. Hi everyone, I'm Mark.
I'm Abby. And we're best friends, and we're best friends.
I keep telling her to fucking stop singing my song. She does it every time we talk about our dynamic relationship. It's Monday, which we're hanging out today. We've done this before, but it's like our, you know, we kind of just get it out of the way in the week so that we can focus on important stuff for the remainder.
Just like real things that keep our life going. But when we're together, like time stops. For sure.
But not in a lovey-dovey way. More in like a, have we been talking for that long?
We've been talking for that long. We go through about 6-minute spurts of talking, and then about 12 minutes on the phone in separate parts of Will's backyard.
But
we're like this. It's kind of like this. And I'm like, wait, I'm still here. I'm still over.
Guys, can we smoke another joint?
Yeah, that's fine. So just But we have to go to the store soon.
Yes, today Abby took me grocery shopping the second time since freshman year of college.
All right.
Thank you. I wish that was more of a joke.
It's an interesting experience because Will can't drive for legal reasons, and so I have to drive him and take him in and get him a cart, put him in the cart.
The shrink won't let me. I can do whatever I want to. I regularly have nightmares about driving, and I always get to where I'm supposed to go. Maybe not elegantly, but I do it. You know, have you ever heard of the term weaponized incompetence? Weaponized incompetence seems as a familiar concept. And the fact that Abby had to leave me out today is further proof for a concept I've been calling weaponized competence. I live with 4 women, and most of what I think at all times is, how the fuck do you know how to do that shit? Because I don't know how to do anything, apparently. They'll like dismantle a smoke alarm in 2 seconds, and like take the battery out and put it back on, and be like, no. And I'm like, what who are you?
And you can't manage to
Get the right amount of all the 5 groups at any point during. We didn't even hit the produce aisle. We grazed right past it. We didn't even walk. Like usually you walk through to the front of the grocery store and you walk through the produce aisle. We actually went around so that we didn't even have to go into the produce aisle, so Will didn't have to see it.
But I got fruit flavored gummy bears.
And 40 Eggo waffles.
For $10.
It was a deal. It was a deal that we couldn't miss out on. Considering we mostly of the times when we hang out on Mondays have to get our lunch from Vaughn's because collectively we have $12 and 1 ID. So
When she says lunch from Vaughn's, she was every week we trade buying a $13 pizza. Instead of just fucking ingredients once. But that's the way we really prefer that.
the Super Bowl.
Oh, this. Hey, I watched the Super Bowl. Was that yesterday?
Yep.
Fuck. It's been like 6 days since the Super Bowl. I had 2 beers and I got fucking bored.
it was a boring game. I usually just stay for the beginning part where they sing that first little song, and then the middle part where they sing the other longer songs. And
Give you a joke and the rest of it.
yeah.
I don't
want to do it.
Damn it!
I didn't want to do it. He was really a joke and I'm not going to do it. But you could.
Jalen Hurts is a nice guy. I just wanted her.
And for the most part, it was boring. I think that we were talking about this, and I think that what's wrong about the Super Bowl is that it's just gotten too woke.
But not even in the way you think. Like, Abby, you know what I miss?
Not well.
I miss when Super Bowl halftime shows were performed by someone who's like 8 to 12 years off of being relevant. You know what I mean? That's what it's supposed to be.
Carrie Underwood was supposed to be there.
Coldplay. You know what I mean? Like, those other guys last year,
Usher was perfect. Maybe even Pitbull's always safe.
Exactly.
It's
Someone who holds all to the zeitgeist and gives short. That's all. That's what we did the Super Bowl halftime show.
and it's just like now Donald Trump and Kendrick Lamar live before me, and it's sad. It's not how it should be. It's not the way that the world should be. I mean, me and thousands of other white girls would kill to see Kendrick Lamar. It's a beautiful sight.
Yeah, he really, they danced and they sang. Donald Trump probably hated it. It was joyous.
He immediately signed some legislation 12 minutes after the Super Bowl ended.
No more kidding.
And someone had just said they should have just put him in the middle of the field while Kendrick danced around him, just so he could be signing stuff.
Trump's one of those guys who doesn't like Kendrick because he has too many names. He's like, I don't mind the music, but what fucking K-Dot, Kung Fu, Kendrick, choose one! It's like,
Damn! What are all these names?
Duckworth. What's your name, man? He doesn't get These guys get super confused. That's what he did. Serena Williams did a quick walk.
She did a
Pay
quick
off
walk.
to, I found out online, this thing that
and
happened.
she did a quick walk in Liverpool, and I had to apologize publicly for it. So that was kind of payoff to that.
Isn't all of tennis just crip walking?
It's just really fast crip walking with a goal.
Yeah, and when they run up to the front of the net, it's basically like they're crip walking.
Yeah, so I don't know why she would have to apologize for doing that, but luckily she got to play tennis.
Imagine she, this Super Bowl halftime performance was just her running a round of tennis against, I don't know, who's that retired football player? A guy's throwback. I don't know, one of them. Oh, Tom Brady. Did you guys see Tom Brady's face?
Tom Brady was a pundit. Oh my God, why? That was absolutely insane. That's like casting a loaf of bread in a sex suit. I don't know. It was crazy.
On the road to becoming the next Joan Rivers.
Yeah, no, he has no people skills at all. He was paired up with this man who was talking like, oh Tom, you know what? I think it's going perfectly. I think that the Eagles are gonna absolutely fucking demolish tonight. And he's over there like,
And then Tom's like,
are my ears too big? Yeah, I don't know.
like this. He's like trying to do that Mew face where he's so stuck and greasy.
He's also like that. He's like that kid whose parents got divorced, and every time you try to talk to them about your issues, they're like, "Oh, it's like when my parents got divorced." Because every time they would come to him for coverage, you'd be like, "Oh, this is like that Super Bowl I played with the blanks," or like, "This is like that." Yeah, we fucking know.
That one time I did that one thing.
Yeah, it's like, how about this game? We talked about I don't know, 16 other games, not the one that we're playing at all. But he tried. Tom is trying new games, and thank God, if it gets him off the football field. I have no opinion about him on the football field, but he bothers me.
He was also in that anti-bullying ad.
Oh, where him and Snoop Dogg hated each other.
Yeah, and they were like, fuck you, stop hate.
That made me sad because they're famous as best friends.
Yeah.
I don't want to live where they're not.
It's like you and me.
Yeah, are you the Snoop Dogg?
I think you're Snoop Dogg and I'm Tom Brady.
Should we end it there?
I think that's beautiful.
Okay, thank you. I've been Snoop Dogg.
Where do we find you guys?
You can find me on Abby J. Rosen at Instagram.
You can find me at home if you need to. And please, everybody, get ready for the very, very talented Mark Safra, who I'm very excited to. Woo! Thoughts. The thoughts of the day. Yeah, Statler and Waldorf.
You know, everybody was doing the soup tonight, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But nobody talks about that one crazy clip done on a cell phone where Kanye West proved that he belongs in a mental institution.
I mean, I thought making his girlfriend go, wife go naked was the indicator of his stupidity, but the Super Bowl commercial actually freaking paid for, saying that they canceled him so much, he has to do it, they marginalized him, so he has to be on. This man is gone. Right. I thought he was gone when he married, Kim Kardashian, not my favorite. Anyhow, Super Bowl was interesting, Tom Brady had Botox, but never watch the halftime game with a dancer. Ever. They don't care about the music. They start criticizing the choreography. I've had this displeasure of watching more hip-hop choreography than I've ever wanted to for one man in my life. No offense, because my kids went to dance school. And each and every time they danced hip-hop, it was always like the same thing. And I looked at that and I said, well, I recognize those steps. Because Chantel must have been the choreographer. Because, you know, they all steal it from Michael Jackson. Right. It's the same choreography. They're either marching or running. Right. It's horrible. Hip-hop dancing on a big stage don't work. Right. Neither did Kendrick Lamar. He sucked. With all due respect, I want Beyonce. I don't like her, but I'd rather have her. You know, you're right. You know, whoever was on here first wanted to dick myself. He had that comment, you know, you want somebody who's 5 months off being relevant. I don't know why he is relevant. But by the way, you could see Drake as a white girl because you could bring him home. Your parents wouldn't object. He's Jewish. It's not kind of easy, you know. I went to a live Drake concert and brought my kids. My wife, on the other hand, sat at the back of the skybox at Madison Square Garden. It's a Drake show. There's nothing more interesting. Now look, if you're going to take your kids to a Drake show, managing to score a skybox is pretty cool. Alright? Because they're like, oh my God, we are. I once took my kids to a Yankee game, and Clinton was there. And we were sitting in the legend seats, and he was up to the skybox, and the Beaver Joe points up and goes, look, we got better seats than the president. And they did. They got 2 balls that day. It's pretty interesting. But listen, I digress, you know, all of this, you know, whatever it is. But the Super Bowl to me yesterday was a marvel of karma. I firmly believe that the Kansas City Chiefs lost because Taylor Swift put a curse on them. She's a curse. All right? Now you know Trump don't like her. He was laughing when they booed her, and they really very much. They built that up more than what. He got a nice joke. He goes, MAGA doesn't forget. It's one of those weeks. We got the last gasp in the Democratic Party. Their last chance of relevance. Now, I don't like Maxine Waters. Everybody knows I don't like her. I think she looks like the Wicked Witch of the West on stilts. Right? So Eric Adams has now gotten to the federal case. You all know he's the mayor of the city of New York, and basically a good guy. Why did he get prosecuted? He got prosecuted because he opposed Biden's immigrant plan. Next thing you know, the Biden administration, you oppose something, you're going to get indicted. So he went down 3 times to see Trump, begged, borrowed, stole, and the real bottom line is Trump don't want Cuomo as mayor. So they ordered it to be dropped, and here's the thing. He was being indicted, asking for getting upgrades on Turkish Airlines. Great. You're from the back, where they serve you goat, to the front, where they may serve you something edible. All right? It is Turkish Airlines, by the way. And so he got upgraded, which I'm fascinated to get indicted for that. If I'm the mayor of the city of New York, I'm going to get upgraded. It's simple. I walk into the Turkish Airlines, they all live in New York, and they see this, and they say, I'm the mayor. Yeah, Mr. Mayor, what do you want, first or business? Come on, give me a break. You didn't need all that. But it was 11 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night at LAX, driving with my red eye to New York Saturday experience. In the old days, prior to, prior to 2008, before the first crash, it was filled with businessmen. It was a great fight. Did business, we had fun, we talked to each other. We all knew each other. It was like the Red Eye Club, right? Maxine's standing there with her uppity educated husband. How do I know? Because he looks like an iguana, because he's tall, and he's bent over, and wearing a pink bow tie. Only an old, tall black man wears a pink bow tie. All right. More likely than not, he was a dentist or a doctor. That's what they do. And she's sitting there shilling for an upgrade. Now, in my mind, she's as bad as Nancy Pelosi. Because, you're regulating that airline. Of course they're going to give you an upgrade. But she's shilling for an upgrade, and I'm looking at her in the corner of my eye saying, don't you try and take my business class. I will beat you. And she always looks the same. Why, at your age of 90, are you wearing a mini dress on those pipes then, Les? All right? And that big red wall lipstick. I don't get her. All right? She looks, if you're going to talk about looking like a clown, Maxine is the one. She's there standing in front of the Department of Education, and next thing I thought they were going to go into is reach real down and go, we shall overcome someday. It's like some guy gets up there, Al Green, he's smashing his cane on the thing, saying, we're going to impeach Trump for the hideous things he's going to do, but that's not an impeachable offense out. Right? Somebody has to teach these people the Constitution of the United States. They do not want to learn it. All right? And here it is. I'm coming out of the closet, Patty. Musk is not making this decision. The President of the United States is deciding that we are no longer funding Hamas through aid. Now, a lot of you don't understand what the original purpose of the U.S. Agency for International Development was. It was a way for the CIA to hide spies. Oh yeah, we ship up a couple of hundred barrels, bushels of rice. And meanwhile, they sneak in a couple of spies. So this is how that goes. So I meet Susan's cousin for the first time at the wedding of Iran. So I'm talking to Ruben, who's a college professor, and Debbie, who's a college dean. Yes. They were not DEI hires. Ruben's a really brilliant guy, and so's Debbie. And the discussion, merit, 100%. Oh, by the way, they are black. Anyhow, so Ruben and I talk, and he says to me, I've been in Kenya with Planned Parenthood. I said, that's cool. I said, I had a classmate from law school in Kenya. He was Planned Parenthood too. He goes, who? I gave him the name, because I won't out him right now. And I said, he was a major in the Army and CIA. He goes, I knew it! So we don't send anybody to Africa unless they're hooked up with the intelligence community. All right? But basically what this thing morphed into is a giant slush fund. You cannot leave a bureaucrat in office for more than 5 years. Because he'll think he owns you. It's like talking to somebody at the IRS. Or anywhere. Imagine calling up and saying, I need XYZ. How many times have you called up a helpline at the federal government and got no help? All right? It's like calling Microsoft. They ain't gonna give you shit except send you a bill. All right? At the end of the day, these people have been in office, not even in office. They've been employed for too long. So when they want to fire a probationary federal employee, to see these morons standing out there going, we have to save our federal employees. Really? You want the rest of us to pay for somebody to sit at home in their underwear on Zoom, making believe they're working? And it's created more havoc than you could ever know. But you can't get your deals closed. You can't get things done. But no, it makes no difference to what's in the name of what I can't stand. In fact, come to think of it, there's a lot of them I don't like. I just realized that. Jamie Raskin. Remember when he had cancer? And he had that schmutz on his head? He looking like a washerwoman from a Gone with the Wind. You could have sworn it was Hattie McDaniel's hat. It was that old. He'd be the type, But at the end of the day, I ranted and raved a little much about our government and the lack thereof. Right? But the best, is watching all these old people stand up there, spending you young people's money. and your futures on what? More bureaucrats, more shit. I mean, come on. Spending money overseas for transgender operations in Ghana, spending money for LGBTQ in countries that just murder homosexuals. What do you do? Out them and put a target on their backs? Serbia is not a place to live if you're gay. All right? Neither is Gaza. And they just want all these people to come out. Come out! It's inclusive! Bang! 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 Take my word for it. That's all. It's great shit. You know? When you think about it, what they do makes no sense. They think it's right because they think they're right and they don't want to hear, what anybody has to say. I don't want to spend my kids' futures on some of this crazy shit. You know? That's why Anthony Fauci should be put in a deep, dark supermax prison in Colorado, like he did with the kids. My daughter, I came into that room and I had done this. It's COVID. She's in high school. I said, Toby, what are you doing? We're doing this. I said, I just got your grades. You're not graduating. What do you mean I'm not graduating? I said, you didn't do all your classes. They had to whip it in hell, had to get it moving around. I came out there like the habits of hell. You would have thought that Satan was risen up from the ground. But that's, excuse me, I apologize. That is her nickname. Oh, she's Lucifer, I forgot. Satan, Lucifer, yeah. And then I said, well, tell me the truth, Tobin. What were you guys doing during COVID? I said, because it looks like your two friends got boyfriends. Oh, yeah, they were on dating sites. Okay. Even college students need supervision. You obviously need supervision and vegetables. All right? What? A little broccoli wouldn't hurt. The girls will love it, especially when you start farting. Then they can complain about you as a man about something. Now, as to your question as to why they had to change, the battery. Because when you were looking over in the house, it took them 4 hours when they fucked it up the last time to learn how to fix it. I know that's true. Jimmy Ramirez, comedy concierge, generally all-around workman, how to fix all the cameras.
How do you do it? How do you do it, man?
He would help from me. Anyhow, here he is. Here he is.
I'm not really I'm trying to figure out why camera 2 is shaking, camera 1 or 3, depending on the label or the button. That one's a little hot, so I'm just kind of saying George or whatever. I didn't even plan it. I didn't watch I watched Oppenheimer. Finally got around to it. I don't have anything funny about it. Other than the marketing made it seem like it was going to be more explosive. I thought it was going to be a more explosive movie. Someone give me a top down. Childbirth. The first time I watched childbirth during sex ed in middle school, I didn't realize how moist the event was. No, seriously, they don't tell you that. I haven't experienced that. I'm not children of my own, so I haven't seen my own children get born. But sometimes when a child is born, it looks like being pork. That was the reaction. My entire classmates going, "Ew!" I'll never forget that. It's just it kind of mimics the same scene in The Simpsons. I don't know, and the kebab showing the sex video that like all the children go, ew, like how they're watching births. Very, very wet, moist births. But who here doesn't like the word moist? Okay, good. All right, you're reasonable. I don't understand people make part of the personality. I hate the moist. As soon as Thanksgiving rolls around, it's time to turn. Time to carve a turkey. This is the moist that ever moisted. Childbirth and moisture. Next topic. Lee, I'm looking at you, Lee. Huh? Guilt? Oh, jeez. Lee, this is karma. Okay, this is karma because I remember I was lucky enough to perform at the 2019 Comedy Festival, mainly because my video had good audio. And it was also the first one. It was also the first comedy. It was also the first one, so I didn't get the second one.
Third, fourth, fifth, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. The next six. But I saw a show, an improv show. I like kind of being difficult to improv troops. So I saw this improv group. What I was like, oh, let's have a suggestion for an article clothing. And I said kimono. And being the Bay Area, they got a little. It's like, oh, maybe we should, choose something more culturally appropriate. Like, what's inappropriate about a kimono? And then later on, I was like mad. So something like, okay, someone give us something. Okay, mattress. Okay, what is it filled with? And I get regret. And basically stopped the show there. Like they had no idea what to do with mattress full of regret. But I figure if you are an active improver, you should be very familiar with the mattress full of regret, because that's probably you sleep on every goddamn night. Anyways, I swear this improv group is going to be. I did 4 out of 8 weeks of improv, beginner improv in the Bay Area. I quit after 4 weeks. Because one thing I realized is anyone who's ever taken intro, beginning improv. Okay? And everyone's trauma will come out. Like, yeah. So like all the women were cheated on. Every single guy, you cheated on this. All the one guy with sexy Sammy who thought he was like Mr. Sexy Guy. Backstory Curtis. So we do a setup scene, and all of a sudden I got to fill in like what my great uncle was saying. It's just us 2 here, assholes. Making up backstories. What did I start with that with? I forget what was the topic. Improv? Guilt. That was the bad one. No, that's all good. No, that was karma. It was karma. Yelling at
It's just mother's guilt.
Oh, Jesus, are you okay?
What's going on? Is there a fresh argument going on with you and Mama Schwartz?
Mama Schwartz. Oh my God. Mama Schwartz.
Is everybody?
No, nothing. I feel guilty because I caused her pain at birth.
Oh, jeez. Man, yeah. That's...
How much pain has she caused you since then?
Oh, yeah. She's made up for it.
Well, there you go.
But anyway, mothers.
Mothers.
What do I want to have mothers? I don't know.
Anxiety. That's all like... No, I just had so it's funny because like I was just talking shots with Dustin Chief, he was here. I was like, he was talking about, the things that you should talk about. I'm like, well, your family. Well, my family's really boring. That's the problem. Like, I can't do like George Lopez, my dad. But no, like my family's really boring.
I meant mother squirrels.
Mother squirrels? There's some mother wound there.
Anxiety. Get some interest in squirrels.
In squirrels, but I already did that joke.
But this is mother squirrel.
Mother squirrel.
Let's hear about anxiety.
Did you just hear it, Mark? Yeah, come on. Enough about squirrels.
Guilty little squirrel.
Little squirrels in particular.
The 405.
What was that?
The 405.
The 405.
I'm not even from LA.
Not the 405. When I thought the fire was going to reach the 405, yeah, just seriously, as soon as when I thought, like, wait, if the fire reaches the 405, how the fuck do I get out of here? Yeah, so I got out of here. I don't know if that makes me like more prepared or just a wuss, but I was like, this is the only way out. The 405 is the only way out. That's kind of scary to think about. Yeah. I don't know. That's just. What else?
West Coast.
West Coast. I'm a West Coaster. Actually, so you know the East Coast. Who is a big musical act?
East Coast loves. Come on.
Billy Joel. Who was another one? Bruce Springsteen.
I was wondering
what is my Bruce
Springsteen, my Billy Joel? I realized it's pretty much.
I don't know if you've heard of G-Funk. Yeah, G-Funk, not P-Funk. P-Funk was before, but G-Funk. I don't know if you've heard of that.
It's very specific, but
there's a sample from Funky One by the Ohio Players. They're really high-pitched. And then it's funny you say like tennis is mostly football because no, the fucking there were more people, so I was like, really, you think one of the widest sports ever is mostly crip walking? It's like saying, oh, that's like hockey is mostly illegal immigration. Anyway, but I like that you mentioned West Coast. Like for a lot of my life, I wasn't feeling very West Coasty. West Coast.
I actually started practicing some basic C-walk steps. Yeah. So it's too bad Mark's not a DJ. But hey, Mark! It's hard on carpet. Yeah. What else? All these creative comedians with all these ideas.
Manifest destiny.
Jesus, what? No.
No,
What do I know about Manifest Destiny?
President.
Fake orgasm.
So I had thoughts about presidents. I already had thoughts about the presidents, even when we switched
to a younger president who was still 60 years old. The only thing that the presidency made me think about is that I don't want to be old. Like actually, someone mentioned mother. Here's the mother thing. I'm hoping at some point the genes, the cancer genes that took my mom kick in for me soon. Because I don't want to be 78. Like 78 is too much. You know the difference between 70 and 78? It's insane. Like 78 is still classifiable. By the time you finish 78, like, oh my God, I don't want to. Maybe it's the Who, Pete Townsend, you know, whatever. Die before I go. Like that's it's in my mind. Now I'm just staring at my hands. That's one of those things that kind of just claws. You know, it used to be smooth and wrinkly. Yeah, one of those claws. I don't know, because mainly it's because when you get older, you don't die in exciting ways anymore. Just, you know, like Greg I did a joke about this, but even Greg Gumbel passed away recently, and it was at 78, sportscaster in Europe said, you know, details were limited. No, they're not. He was 78. Details are limited, so I was worried that. But on the other hand, you know, maybe when I turn, if I hit 78, whatever, I'm going to stop wearing my glasses, so then maybe I can accidentally Mr. Magoo myself into a wood chipper or something. I don't know. Yeah, that's from now on, every day I stare at my hair. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
What? Actually, no, speaking of looking at hands, I had a coworker. Actually, this was the summer of 2001. I was working at St. Courthouse, just picking files, and I had a coworker who was morbidly obese. She was morbidly obese, but she said one thing that I've never forgotten. Because she said, and I quote, as long as my fingers aren't fat. And that was like the second to last thing left. I was like, yeah, like how long has this been? You know, like as long as my stomach isn't fat, as long as this is that. Finally, like as long as my nails aren't fat, I'm good. Like that eyelid was the last thing that left. Anyways, thanks for letting me rant. This was set up like a podcast. I had to go put it back together.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It was and we were hearing what
Lee Schwartz was telling us. It's all good. It's Monday.
But
what do I rhyme with? Patty.
Patty, get your ass up here.
All of this, I want to sincerely
Fucking
thank you.
I'm a little winded. Catch up with me. Say something. You know, fuck. Just gonna say it, okay?
Nipple bombs for dudes too. Am I right? Oh, yeah.
Telling my wife, nipples, all this fucking bullshit about my using some nipple moisturizer. My nipples needed some moisturizer. It's not sexually exclusive. Apparently, you know, my daughter-in-law was there. She's pregnant, and there's her nipples, and I used the last fucking nipple bomb. Fucking kill me! Kill me! expected a memo without expected. Here's the deal, like I've been in like show business since I was like 9, and I tell you one of the greatest things about being in show business is having a much younger sibling who's done way better than you. That's so fucking great. I enjoy that. You know, I had no fucking money in my mid-30s. I had fucking nothing. And you know, she lives in a fucking $6 million Beverly Hills mansion and has a series on CBS. And I live in a hallway in Temecula with a fucking roommate, and I sleep on a bed that I got at Big Lots. It doesn't, I'm telling you, sometimes the sun don't shine on you no matter how long you're out of there. It just doesn't fucking happen. Those things are the supposed to Hattie. Isn't it wonderful the simple pleasures in life and the Father? It's not all attractive. I mean, I might go network. Give me 7 years on the network, you know what I mean? You can have all my children. They don't fucking appreciate me. There's all, like my sister, she had children. What? The child when she's 47 and the child when she's 49. That is not what God intended. She had a TV series where it was someone's full-time job to make sure she had eyebrow continuity. Let me say that again. There was someone who had a full-time job making sure.
I got Jerry.
That level of attention laid upon you, I can't relate to my sister. But the only thing that she'll do now is because I just had all these kids. I've procreated, you know. Procreated prolifically. I've been had a lot of children. So now she thinks it's like, she'll ask me questions about her kids. Because I have that knowledge. But I don't, in a way. I'm a dad, but I'm a good dad, you know, like, my dad emotionally was not there. But he's a fucking Irish immigrant. They're not knowing, like, any of my troubles meant nothing. You know, comparatively. And the only thing I could do to fuck him up and say, I love you, Dad. And he goes, you're fucking weird. Did not like that. Did not like that. So anyway, he can be a little distant. He's an 87-year-old guy, and he's not really. I get a kick out of him. Because he's funny in a way. You know, everybody used to go, you were almost attracted from certain angles to see him. Almost. What the fuck is that to say to me? So like a lot of times, okay, so she calls me, and she constructs it. She has staff. She has staff. In her home, there's 4 people live there. She has a staff. I guess my point is, like, she says, like, do you think Dad is this way, you know, emotionally, because he wasn't in the room we were born? Okay, I suppose fucking back up a little. It was 1969 fucking porn. They didn't let anywhere near the delivery. We were locked in a room down the hall exchanging fucking cigars. And I'm not that old. I'm not of that generation, but it was like the bar was low for your thing. My dad, honest to God, my dad would look right at me and forget my name. Right? I've got 4 or 5 other siblings out there, but I'm named after him. Would fucking forget my. So what I'm trying to tell you is the level of what's expected was different. I'm one of those guys who was in the room when my first child was born, and it was magic. It was wow, baby. It was the most life-affirming, beautiful thing that had ever fucking happened to me. Then about 2 weeks later, I tried crystal meth. Way more like, just not even close. And yes, it was moist. It was very moist. I think language is important. Don't we? We can't forget the power of language and these slight little kind of microaggressions we use by what we call things. The same. I'm going to elaborate. Streetwalker. Come on, let's have a little respect for sex workers, shall we? It's real work. I prefer sidewalk capitalists.
That's the registered Republican way, I think, to say it. I'm not a registered Republican or a sexy war criminal, although I played one on Kevin Spacey's cards. 2016. 2016. Yeah, he invented pickleball. I don't know if you know that. Yeah, remember Kevin Spacey? He was E2. That's when you're E2 by a dude. He invented, not the game, but something we did behind his pool house in 2003. It involved the three-way circle jerk and some vinegar. The pool boy had some chafing. I was fine. He asked me later. But I digress. What kind of let's give the power. They are powerful people, and they stole the power and be proud as sex workers. The other thing I don't like, and this is a little personal for me, I at a point in my life had a I don't want to say fetish, because that can be like, I love being a big gal. Can I say that? I like being a big girl. And I just do not, I don't care. I'm going to say it. Do it like the girl. I prefer big game hunter. Give me credit where credit is due. I know they really are. I was 15, I was selling weed at the Schaumburg Mall outside Chicago. And I walked past this girl, she was 6'2", 6'2", enormous boobs. And I was looking at her boobies. And it was right from the furniture container store, adjacent to the community massage chair. I used to loiter by there a lot. People like to leave massage chair. Not going to get into that right now. But you give me the look, and then later on, I was selling ass behind a hot dog in the fucking food court. And she rubbed up against me again, right? Gigi, her name was Gigi. She was 8 years older than me. And she was dressed in a Sears and Roebuck driving instructor's uniform. I was fucking and straight up gave me the invitation out of her father's 1974 Buick Estate passenger wagon. Thank God, because she took the bus. I used to see her on the bus, and we would exchange morning glances. But her father was there bowling and had a bowling alley. Malls, like many in middle America, they love bowling. We're big on the bowling. And she took me back there to her father's nine. I think that was a 9-passenger wagon because there was a lot of Gigi. We laid Gigi down. And we went to town. We did the hoochie coo, baby. We did it every which way, man. It was marvelous. It was magic. And it happened real fast the first time. I was like, ah! What did you make me do? 9 did you make me do that again? I stomped all over her father's park. I left a little bit of me there with her. And it was years ago. She was like 9 years older than me. She was like 24 and 25. And she liked ass. Like it was 1979. In 1979, there were still people who were constantly on ass. But you know, I think it's under from fucking. You know what I mean? It was crazy. She took more acid than anybody I've ever known who was also on the sex list. Wait, a lot. Listen, I'm just going to let you guys know what I want to say. I want to make an announcement because I got a free package from the makers of Movie and Mando. Apparently, they watch this channel. And the last time I was here, I mentioned that. Are you familiar with the Movie and the Mando? It's the all-over deodorant. And I mentioned that, you know, I didn't know this was new because I've been rubbing speak stick on my nuts since 1978. You heard about it? They sent me a whole box of Mando and Loomies. So yeah, you want to jot that down? No, bunch of it. All right, we're going to bring up this next man. He's fantastic. He's a marvelous man. I love him. He's attractive from every angle. And he makes the rednecks into Waffle Houses. Let's give it up for Hunter White. Give it up! Before we get any further, I'm 31, but my prostate is 60. Oh, I cut this short because of the leak puzzle floor. How to do it. I want to bring it back to that for Lee Schwartz. Lee Schwartz man. I always want to point this out. Y'all know his beautiful blue eyes. When he just coordinates it with the blue shirt, he didn't mean to put the blue light on, but it all worked out. And you, I like that we started with you and ended with me. It's like a comedy speedball. What up, yo? Okay. Trump's doing a lot of wild things. I'm not going to get into anything, but I think we should realize he's doing a few good things. He's going to get rid of daylight savings time and the penny. I've been talking about this penny shit for like a decade and a half. I went to art school and did a whole project. And a penny then was worth 1.7. Now it's 3.5 cents to make a penny, right? Progress. I am going to say, it's a bad look to get rid of Lincoln. Right, like Jefferson on the 20, Lincoln in the trash. It doesn't feel right. This is a fun new one. I don't have a gun. Despite being from the great state of Georgia, and my name being Hunter White. Don't have a gun. It's for mental health reasons. I'm not like afraid I might use it on myself. Because like I suffer from pretty like severe depression and some other fun things. And again, not really afraid I use it on myself. Maybe that's like a small part. But more I'm like worried I'll use it on like a public figure. Right, like if a catastrophic event happens, right, and I lose my mind and I have a gun, I have two options, right? In myself or start a revolution, right? And most of them is the same way, right? So I can be a statistic or the next Luigi. Woo! Yeah, y'all remember Luigi, right? With the video games, that CEO on the street. That was a fun week. I'm not gonna get up here and say that I like support what he did. I just support that someone did something, right? Because like all of us, we all talk, like I do this, I do that. We all talk a big game, but he showed up to work at 6 a.m., you know? Right, and there's this big disconnect. Often people in media or in business are like, oh, this random act of violence. How could somebody do this? And the rest of us are just like, I don't think it was random. I mean, like, I wouldn't have done it, but like, I imagined it, and like, we all imagined it, and we like made it manifest. That's pretty wild. That's what's in that. That's like half of us. And like, when you got caught, everyone was like, oh my god, he's so pretty. But like, he was way cooler like 2 hours before they caught him. Right? Because once we caught him, the mystery was gone, right? But before they caught him, like, oh my god, is he like in the park? Does he have like disguises ready like a getaway car? He's gonna go to the border, it's gonna be great. None of that happened. He took 2 trains and a bus to a Pennsylvania area McDonald's. He started as a hitman and then as a hamburglar. What happened? And I'm just gonna say, I feel. I don't want to say that like video games cause violence, because like I don't think they like caused this crime in any way. I just think they inspired the confidence to do the crime. Right? Because the whole crime was just a Grand Theft Auto mission in real life. Right? Like, he did the crime, he got away from the cops, because that's what you do in a video game. But he did not escape, because you, like, don't escape in a video game, right? Like, there's no mission in Grand Theft Auto where you, like, hang out in Kansas for 3 months. Like, it doesn't happen. So he didn't do it. He was like, oh, I'm gonna just, like, go get a snack. And guys, that's rewind. In a video game, you don't escape. You just like put the controller down and get a snack. And that's what he did. He's like, I'm gonna save and quit. Go to McDonald's. No, bro, you can't save till Canada. Get out of here. Thank you. I'm a 90s baby. I don't know why I was funny, but I'll take it. I was born in 93, so like I really like came of age in like the early 2000s. And when I think of then, I'm so happy at the progress we made, because there was just like a weird, creepy vibe to everything, right? Like in 2005, 2006, like I don't know if I was molested, but I disassociate from Abercrombie & Fitch. Right? Something about giant black and white start straps and that's it. I'm just a shrinking dick of a person, just down, small. As I'm getting older, your relationship with drugs change. Like a couple months ago, I threw my back out smoking weed. I didn't take that as a warning. But like, I realized acting with cocaine is the same way I think a 7-Eleven hot dog. Right? Like, I'll probably never have it again. But they were good times. AI is the big thing. How do we feel about AI? Okay, so I won't crowd work you in a minute. I just don't think we know what AI is going to be. I think it's either going to deliver us from evil or show us what evil really is. Because right now it's just these like disparate tools that don't mean anything. Like the AI image generators. They were kind of cool when they first came out. But like as time has gone on, they're just like kind of boring. Like it feels like the AI art is just like for people who couldn't draw in middle school can now draw dumb stuff like they're in middle school. Right? Because it's not like thought-provoking art, right? It's always just like, cyberpunk healing. Big-titted Luca, right? Oh my god, Mickey Mouse doing next! Impressive. And also like the AI, like the chatbots, ChatGPT. I know you're not a fan. You use it occasionally. What for? School stuff. Do you tell it thank you? Please. Right? Are you polite to ChatGPT? What I'm at? You nodded like, yeah. You should, because here's the thing. I'm not saying that it's like secretly sentient and like watching us and keeping a tally. We are. We're really into the world. And one day AI overlord is going to take over and assign it. Works based on that. If that happens, please and thank you really kill you. It's like 4 seconds, just like, thanks Alex, I appreciate you. Golden Rule might say this to me, yeah, overlords. That's what I mean. They're putting it in everything. Which I have like mixed feelings about just being in everything. Like I want to stalk someone on Instagram. I want to ask Meta AI what's that up with. There's this thing called Copilot, Microsoft Copilot. We're familiar. You're not. Oh yeah. Right. That's a whole other topic. We can talk about that later. But I didn't really pay it much attention. And then one day I accidentally opened the app because it like appeared one day. And I was like, oh, that's kind of pretty. There's like cool graphics and tutorials. I don't need this, whatever. So then one day I smoked some weed and opened it again. And there was a little microphone button. I was like, I probably don't need to click that. I'll just close it. But I clicked it on accident because weed. And everything faded away. And this like beautiful graphic was awesome. And this text box came up. I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. And then it started talking to me, which is fine. I get it. But it's fine. But it wasn't like, oh, Microsoft Code. How may I assist you? Because that would be normal. No, it was more like, oh boy, oh, I'm sorry, I was at an AI party. How can I help you? Yo, my computer was at an AI party. Here's the thing, I don't go to people parties. I'll take an invite, but I don't go as a rule, and I'm okay with that. But like, I don't need FOMO from my computer, you know what I mean? Right, like, I'd like to invite to an AI party, like cocaine with Siri, slapboxing with ChatGPT. I don't want to watch Alexa jump off a roof. Alright, y'all, my name is Hunter White, I'm the internet manager, Hunter. Shout out to you, stick around.
Keep having until I get back on the stage. Cover up this Hey guys, you guys are tuned in. Thank you so much. My Instagram people, I love you. People tell you you're funny. You probably are, but you don't know until you take it from the page to the stage. We have podcasting here, self-taping, open mic nights are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Please just go to LASchoolofcomedy.com or call me. 310-470-1939. I'd like to really thank you. The Zafran and Ramirez crew over here for getting us up. I appreciate all. Thank you so much. My name is Sundar Kroonquist. You can find me on all platforms and video. Good night. Good night. Shut it off.